Mark Yates then pre Yate at home in the FA Cup. Mark, back into the Cup, and I know it's a long way off, but presumably you'd love to have another run in the competition like you did last year.
Of course we would, yeah. We're taking it seriously. We filled in a strong team. Whatever team I put out, there might be one or two changes, but it will be as strong as I possibly can get it. The FA Cup did wonders for this club last year. Getting to play Tottenham at White Hart Lane in the third round enabled us to do so much off the pitch. To bring in Jermaine McGlashan, to have a bit of a feel-good factor around the place, and it was great for everybody, and we want more of the same.
On paper it should be a formality, but games aren't played on paper. How do you make sure it's not a banana skin?
By doing what we do, by being professional, by preparing for this game like we do every other game. We've seen DVDs, we've got all our, we've had them watched, we've done our own work on them. They beat the leaders of the Blue Square Premier. Over two legs they didn't get beat, and put 6 goals past them. So, we won't be taking them lightly, that's for sure. We're happy that it's at home. We're happy it's against the non-league. So that's what you look for when the draw's being made. But it will be a really tough game, and we will be taking it dead serious. And I'll be massively disappointed in the group if they don't. But they do. They take every game as serious as the next. And as I say, they know very little about them at the moment. But come tomorrow, about 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, they'll know what they need to know. But they'll also know how we need to set about doing it as well.
How useful for you was it that the night you were playing Plymouth, they were involved in their replay against Newport? So whichever team you were going to face from that game, you were able to send a scout and get them watched.
Yeah, we do what we do. I didn't get anyone there to watch that particular game, but we've seen them since. I've seen the DVD of that game. Listen, they've got some good players. A lot of them ex-pros released by, the Bristol clubs or in and around, and like I said, they can play. We've just got to make sure that we play. We make sure we turn up and be as good as we have been.
And they do seem to raise themselves for the Cup. They've not won too many in the league. I think they've actually won more in the Cup this season.
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be a tough one. But like I say, we can do nothing more than prepare properly, and give it our best shot.
You said you'll be putting out a strong side. Is there some selection dilemmas after last weekend, because you were forced into changes and you come out with your best win of the season results-wise? Yeah,
of course there are. But we know where we're going. We've had a good week on the training ground. A couple of boys have had a couple of days off to recover. It's all back in today to get up to speed now for Saturday and beyond. And the bigger picture, it's been a good week. Hopefully we can finish this week off properly now.
Obviously Russ and Sido were forced to sit out last week. Would it be a good game to bring them back into so that they don't miss 2 weeks in a row?
You'll have to wait and see. There's that argument. There's another argument that we've got. What people are considering is a big game on Tuesday. It's just the most important game of the season so far is Saturday, and then once we finish that game, then the most important game is Tuesday's game. We as staff have to decide what we think is the right team for Saturday, what we think, hopefully how we come out of it, and you can never prejudge that. But in all things going well, you'd hope certain things happen, certain people get a certain amount of game time, but you have to try and cover every eventuality. We'll pick what we think is the right team. If it means Sido or Russ comes back in, then so be it.
How useful is it as well that Lawson Diath's been clear to play in the FA Cup?
Yeah, we were always hopeful when we struck up the deal. It just had to wait for confirmation on Monday. I thought he did really well last Saturday. Contributed obviously with a great goal, but also just his general play was bright and enthusiastic and of the quality that we wanted it to be. And like I said, for however long he's here, be it a month, be it till the end of the season, whatever happens between now and then, he's a really good acquisition to what we've already got.
And finally, any injuries?
No, not that I'm aware of. Just Darren won't won't be available for selection, but apart from that, everybody else will. Darren maybe looking to train tomorrow, but not be involved. But it was only a slight strain, so an 8 or 9 days. Breathe is the wrong word, but like off from being considered, will have done Darren the world of good from where he was last year, not playing any games at all, to probably playing 7 or 8 already, 9. Been very good for us, and a little 7 or 8 day break would have done the world of good, I think.
And fingers crossed, hopefully, presumably, come back into contention for Tuesday.
That's the plan. Saturday's too soon. Like I say, he's been in all week. He's been in the oxygen chamber down at Gloucester. Just trying to make sure we do everything we can. It won't be a case of rushing him. He's worked hard with Wes, and hopefully, he can. We'll see how he is today, and then he can hopefully do a little bit of training tomorrow.
Thank you. Good luck.
Like, how different do you expect Yate to be in terms of, compared to League Two team style of play? Do you expect it to be a completely different type of test?
No, not really. I've seen a DVD, and I'm sure they've seen DVDs of us. I was impressed, with the way they went about their task at Newport. They finished stronger. They had an extra man, but to score 2 goals in extra time, it shows that fitness levels aren't a problem for them. They play. They'll have no fear. They'll come here. They'll see the carpet of a pitch that they're going to play on, and that'll give them even more inspiration, give them more determination to put in a performance, and they'll be. I've been in that non-league team playing against a league team, and you do try and raise your game, and it will be a tough one. But I know we've got more than enough to deal with that, and I know we've got the right attitude to prepare properly for it.
They've shown character, haven't they? Because they almost won the first game, got pegged back, and they went behind, and then to come back again. It's I think
impressive. Everybody thought that once Newport had gotten back to their place, that was their chance gone, but they proved otherwise. And it was a strange game that I've seen. That they were 1 down, and then that got sent off, and then the penalties are a turning point for them, and we can't afford any ill discipline, any thoughts other than just our normal preparation, and that will be the way I will approach it with the players. I think a lack of discipline possibly cost Newport a chance of getting through when they were comfortable's not the right word, but they were on top.
Quite a few of your lads have played non-league football, haven't they? So that might help.
Yeah, a few have. So yeah, exactly. We whatever team we put out, John, I'm confident that their attitude will be spot on, and hopefully our performance level will be decent too.
Yeah, it's a big week with a long trip as well, isn't it? I mean, Gillingham, you're going on the day, aren't you? So long ways to go.
That's fine. It's only 3 hours. We'll leave in the morning, and we'll have some sleep in the afternoon in the hotel. Just get the rest in, just to make sure we don't get caught up in any traffic, and we'll just prepare properly. But like I say, our focus, although we have to prepare, we have to plan ahead. The focus on training today, the focus out on the training ground this morning is purely Yate Town on Saturday.
Yeah, if you go back to this time last year, just before Tranmere, you've actually had a better start in the league, haven't you, points wise? Just about, which is impressive. Cause
we are where we want to be. Obviously I'd like to be where Gillingham are. I'd like a 7-point cushion over the 3rd place team, if you like. But I think we've done well. I think we're in a good enough position where I think we can only get better. We've got a hell of a run of tough games coming up, but like we always say, I promise you now, every game in this league is tough, whether you play bottom or top. I get bored of saying it. People must get bored of me of hearing it, but it is certainly true. You can't take, in our league, you cannot take anybody lightly. Barnet are coming with a little run at the moment, and we play them in a couple of weeks' time. We play, looking at what we've got, Chesterfield, Rotherham, Burton, Gillingham, and all those consider themselves to be major contenders come the end of the season. So we're in for a tough month, but we're pleased with how we're going into it.
You set any targets in terms of
no, genuinely not. Just 3 points every game. That's our target, and that's what we try and do. And we take it each game as it comes. We want to be up there all season. We want to be fighting for a bit of success and fighting for getting towards the top of the table.
Yeah, you still looking for a lone defender?
Always looking. We don't need anything right at this moment in time. But, you know, come in a couple of weeks when it's sort of December, whether you've got what you've got for sort of 4 or 5 weeks, that we'll need to just to make sure that every eventuality is covered. But as at the moment, I don't see anything happening.
Okay, cheers, Mark.